Hello everybody, welcome back. Jordan here. This LEGO Creator 3-in-1 sets is one of the best of all time. This is the Medieval Castle, 31120, 1426 pieces in this beauty. Of course, you can build three different versions of this castle. What we're going to be doing today is taking a look at the main version, which is that one right there. And we're also going to be discussing potentially what I plan on doing with it as we move forward into the future as well. You can see there's actually two different models in which you can create on the side there as well. However, I think this one is by far the best. They've got another picture of each model on top there, along with one of the minifigures in which comes with the set. And did you see the dragon there? Yeah, pretty sweet as well. And of course, there's some more images on the back side of the box as well. Actually, that one looks pretty sweet. I love the tower. But I gotta say, the original version in which we have created right now looks fantastic. 3-in-1 sets are always dandy because they come with lots of instructions. For example, this thick instruction manual creates the primary model. That's the one that we built. And then this instruction manual here will create the other two models. So it's pretty cool how you get an abundant amount of instructions when you get the 3-in-1 sets. So like all Creator 3-in-1 sets, we get some really cool brick-built animals. In particular, we got a giant dragon in this one here. Also, there's a bunch of birds all over this castle. On the left here, we have two black Falcon knights. I really like how LEGO's issuing more black Falcon knights, and they're coming out with more knights in general. We got some in the medieval blacksmith, and now we have some in this 3-in-1 Creator castle here, which is pretty sweet. Love the shield, love the print detailing on the torso and also the legs. They come with some sweet weapon elements such as the spear and also the bow and arrow, and they have awesome helmets. They only have single print pieces on the head, so there's no multiple facial expressions. Although I do have to say that this guy here looks pretty awesome. We also get a blacksmith here, which is pretty cool. He's got the muscle shirt on with that large belt on the bottom of the torso there. He also has a nice looking headpiece there that actually has like some grease stains on it and also a goatee. So some pretty cool minifigures that come with this set. All right, the brick built dragon is pretty amazing. It's got some cool details here. As you can see, he's got the mouth right there that's blowing some fire. A couple large teeth there. Some great part usage with these little leaf elements here and also the horns on the top of his head. And some great colors as well. So we got two different shades of green there. Also, the underside of him is in that tan color. And there's a couple different shades of green on his wings as well. And it's very posable. So there's all sorts of different points of articulation with the legs, the feet, the wings, the head, the neck. It essentially articulates in every point imaginable, making it very posable. And also it's got some adapters on the bottom here so you can connect it to studs. So you can position it on top of your castle if you choose to. So a pretty cool brick built dragon there, which is a little bit different. Okay, so here we have the medieval castle. This thing is awesome. I love it. I'm absolutely blown away by it. I love all the different colors that are used. It really pops. Also, it's got some awesome features. I really like how it can be closed into a solid unit. It's just amazing. There's actually 4 walls when it's in this sort of position. I love all the different colors as well. It's sitting in the water, of course. So you've got those blue plates on the bottom, and then you've got all these different slopes and different shades of green, which is nice. You've got the drawbridge here, of course, which can be drawn up by twirling this on the side. There's also a catch on the other side, so you can lock it into place. One of those black Falcon Knight shields right here. I love the use of the yellow and also the reddish brown with the blue sort of roofs. The towers are really nicely done with a combination of masonry bricks and dark bluish gray, also with the light bluish gray cylinders. And there's also some cheese wedges that are put onto some snot bricks here to make some nice slots. So definitely a very nice design, especially with these tiles on the top here as well. And the flame elements on either side of the drawbridge and on top of the towers. This thing is fantastic. We've got the plate built banners here with the tiles on them in red and white, which looks great. You've got the tree coming off the side here, the castle walls on the side here as well. Love how it closes up. I really like that. This is like the definition of a set that you can buy multiple of just to supersize and make it larger. Got another tower here for your archer. We can put the old dude up there. He's sort of watching over the castle. And there's got the flag on the top here with the interesting roof. And some nice colors once again on the bottom there with some nice flowers. And there's actually a couple different walls that can pop out like that there. There's a jail cell in there. We'll have a look at that jail cell in one moment. So that's pretty neat. You can see some of the brick-built birds right here on the bottom. Fantastic brick-built birds. There's actually 3 of them huddled right down here beside the archery target. I love the way that this watermill was created. It actually uses some really unique elements to create it. And a couple different shades of brown, which is definitely nice. And that just sort of goes right onto the Technic pin like that on the side of the building. And that actually does have a function. It actually creates a moving element inside the blacksmith area inside the castle here. Once again, we have like another hut right here. And inside this hut, you'll see there's a nice detail of a nice king's chair in the inside. There's another bird here as well with a nice chimney running up there. And this thing just looks fantastic from all angles. I just love, once again, how it closes up. That is so cool. And now the interesting thing is you can actually display this a couple different ways. There is a connection point right back here, so you can actually disconnect it just like that there, and it will expand out like so that you can see all of the details within like this. And if you spin it, it presents as a nice facade as well. So you can present it as a large castle like this here. All of it sort of sprawled out, and it looks really good. You can see the different components which come together to create this castle. I love how it's all on hinges, and in fact it can actually come apart just like this here on either side very easily. For that reason, you got to be a little bit careful when you move this thing here. You probably want to disconnect it because it's held on by one adapter there, so you can make a mess pretty quickly. On the back side of the front, not much going on here. It's more so just the drawbridge function. This is the lock which will hold it in spots. You can have that flicked up or flicked down. So this catch here will lock that gear in spot. So if you want your drawbridge to be sort of half drawn, then you can lock it like that, or you can lift this and sort of release it to whichever point you want. Other than that, the backside here is pretty empty. There's just some floors with some arches and stuff. Not much going on in the backside of the main area here other than, of course, the drawbridge function, but it really looks good from the front perspective. Right here we have our little blacksmith area, so there's a piece of armor there, a nice staircase here with a little brick-built mouse and a wedge of cheese. Very cool. There's also right here an anvil, and that's actually clanking a sword right now. And the way you can actually make this hammer move up and down in there is actually by turning the watermill on the opposite side. And every time it makes a full rotation, that hammer will clank. So it's definitely a pretty cool play feature. Also right here we have a forge. And then just above that we have a separate room which has the king's chair. And you can see there's a door and it's nicely framed using some arch pieces. There's also a candle and a little fire pit there as well beside the chair. The third module is this tower here. Definitely a really nice looking tower. Didn't mention it before, but these brown ingots on the outside definitely add a nice texture to that tower. Right on the base of the tower, we have a jail cell. That's where you saw that wall that can pop out just like that there. And there's a skeleton inside that can open up just like that there. And then there's a little market here with the baguette and also some fruit in this crate here. So I think it's really cool how everything's sort of on hinge bricks, so you can display it in a few different ways. And I like how everything's sort of modular, so you can clip it together. And it just leaves a lot of opportunity for you to take this set and really do whatever you want with it, right? Like you can make it supersized if you have a couple different sets, or if you want to add a bunch of parts from your own inventory. I think that's a really cool feature, how everything will sort of just clip back together to once again create that closed unit. So that is the main build of the Creator 3-in-1 castle. Pretty sweet. Love the minifigures, love the dragon, and just love the castle itself. It looks beautiful. What are we planning on doing with this thing here? So of course I was thinking of getting a couple more of these sets. I already have another one actually, and I was thinking of making a larger custom castle. And I thought to myself, maybe we should go to rebrickable.com and see if people have already done that. And in fact they have. You can see this one here. They used 3 of the medieval castles and converted into a medieval fortress. That looks pretty cool. So that's one that you could do if you wanted to get 3 of these. I also really like the look of this one right here, which is the Medieval Castle 2. And this is a mock, of course, which uses 2 of the castles. It essentially takes that original design that we just had a look at there and supersizes it. It can still open up. It just increases the size of the towers and the castle walls and just adds some additional features, which looks really good. So I can't really decide what I want to do. Don't know if I want to support these creators here and build their custom versions of this castle, or if we should just part out the 2 sets that I have and build our own. This looks pretty amazing though. I'm leaning toward doing this one here. So there we have the medieval castle, folks. It looks absolutely fantastic. I think it's one of the best LEGO Creator 3-in-1 sets ever produced. Let me know what you think of this beautiful set by commenting below, and let me know what you think I should do with the second castle that we have. Should we just do the rebrickable model, or should we do something completely custom? Remember, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff here in the near future. Thanks for coming by. Peace out.